Some puppy love is what's missing in your home. Our friends at the Williamson County Regional Animal Shelter are here to help. Joining us now is Community Engagement Coordinator Leo Delgado, alongside Doodle Bob, who has just decided to lay down on the carpet like a sweet boy. Look at this face. He is precious. Leo, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
Well, introduce us to Doodle Bob. Who is he?
This is Doodle Bob. He's a 1-year-old, and you wouldn't necessarily know that by looking at him because he's a big guy.
He's a big guy.
He's a big guy.
We think he might just fill outwards from here.
I really believe so. Yeah, I think his frame is kind of right where he's going to be, and I think maybe he'll fill out a little bit as he gets into his adolescence. But yeah, he's a good boy. He's a good size to get out in the backyard and wrestle with, is what I think.
And he's certainly got spunk. We'll say that. I love the name Doodle Bob as well. It is perfect for an animal.
I tell people we have a lot of pets that come through the doors, and you got to get creative at a certain point.
You got to start digging deep.
You can only have so many Bellas, you know. What can you say?
Or Lunas.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, I know what you're talking about. Okay. Who would be a really good home for Doodle Bob? What exactly do we know about him?
So, I think the ideal home for this guy, if you got a packed house and you got other pets, you have kids, you got and a lot of movement, this guy's gonna love that. He's gonna go right into it. And I don't always get to say that, and I'm so confident with this guy. Of course we say come in, introduce, and you of course want to feel each other out, but I'm just so confident. I've seen him already this morning alone. Every dog that walks by him, he was interested. What are you doing? Hey, he's play bowing. He's so soft and gentle, so that's why I think children will be a real breeze for him. And of course, he's this whenever he's around. So I think that household would be perfect. And I love being able to suggest that because sometimes we're, oh, I don't know, or kind of go slow. I think day one, he's going to be in your living room looking just like he is.
Sometimes, yeah, it's that they want to be the only pet in the house.
Yep.
But Doodle Bob, that's good news for you, buddy. You like chaos, huh?
I'm really confident he's going to do well with other dogs. I just am. And our staff is really good. You can bring your pet in, and they'll introduce the two, and they'll make sure everything gets off to a good start. But yeah, I mean, he's just wanting to play. He's still a 1-year-old puppy mentality, but he's soft and gentle with it.
Gentle giant.
I think sometimes they don't know their size, and Doodle Bob, he's like, okay, yeah, I know, I'm a bigger guy. We'll take it easy on you.
Okay, all right. Well, let's talk about how your adoption process works in case someone is watching this morning and thinking Doodle Bob might be a good fit for them.
100%. Doodle Bob actually is hanging out at our satellite adoption location. We call it Red Poppy Adoptique.
Yeah. And that's for the really well-behaved animals that do well in social situations.
So all of the pets over there are ready to go, we say. They're already spayed or neutered. It's only dogs at that location, but they're ready to go. We're more confident. We've had more time perhaps to learn personality, or maybe we have notes from previous owner that we can, have more assurance that they're going to go into a home a little quicker and easier transition. So yeah, that's where Doodle Bob lives, and you can come right in. We're open 12 to 6 every day of the week. So you can come on in and meet Doodle Bob. Like I said, bring your family. If you have a pet, our staff is really great. They're trained to do those introductions for you.
Wonderful. Okay. And you've got a pretty big upcoming event. It's a partnership we've got with you, actually, that's going to be going on this weekend.
Absolutely.
It's Clear the Shelters.
Clear the Shelters. We love it. This is our favorite weekend of the year. We love working with y'all. And it's, Doodle Bob's excited too. He's ready to jump around.
Doodle Bob has just popped up. Look at how handsome this boy is. He's lovely.
So Clear the Shelters is this Saturday. It's going to be 12 to 6. You can come out to both locations. We're also going to have pets off-site as well. So pay attention to our socials for those guys. We're getting all over Williamson County, and we're offering free adoptions to every pet that we have in our care right now. Free.
And I want to say it's more than just dogs at Williamson County Regional Animal Shelter.
Hey, guys, We got roosters right now. We got birds. I think the turtles are still hanging around. So we get a little bit of everything being the open intake shelter for our county. And they are going to enjoy the adoption fee as well.
So everybody gets free.
Everybody. And we're going to have some goodie bags that are going to go home with everyone. We're going to have some sweet treats out there. So even if you come out and you don't find a match, hey, have a cupcake, that never hurts.
Yeah, and then come out and just see all the beautiful animals. Give them a little love, some socialization, which they could, use.
Oh, yeah.
And speaking of socialization, let's talk about if you're not ready to adopt, you guys are still trying to work on your foster program.
Of course, we like to say couches over kennels at Williamson County. And that's a philosophy that we love to shout from the rooftops. We think we do our best to care and love for these guys, but come on, the couch is going to do way more than we can do for them in a kennel. So if you're not ready to adopt, if you're still kind of, I don't know if a new pet's right for me, come out and foster. You can sign up right in our lobby. It takes no time at all. Our staff, again, will walk you through everything. We get you set up with everything you might need. Food, you need a crate, we got the crate, we'll set you up. And it's try to make it easy as possible. And I always tell folks, you can pick the time frame. Do you have a week trial? Cool. Hang out with them for a week, bring them back.
Good.
A weekend, we do weekend stays as well.
Just help out.
Just to help out, gives them a little break from the stresses. These guys are, we've, probably all had roommates in our day. They got 40 roommates, I mean, that's a lot. Sometimes you need a little quiet time, and fostering is a great way to do that for them.
A really good reminder for everybody at home. And thank you so much for bringing Doodle Bob in today. He did great. Thank you, Leo.
Awesome. Thank
for
you.
more information on adopting Doodle Bob and other happenings, visit wilcopets.org. It's time again to help clear the shelters, and Austin Watershed Protection is helping us highlight your pets this year. Enter your furry friend into our cutest pet contest for your chance to win a $50 Visa gift card. Go to kxan.com/contest to enter, and remember to scoop the poop every stinking time. The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by Radiant Plumbing, Air Conditioning, and Electrical. A clogged drain can be frustrating, but your plumbing will often give you warning signs before you're dealing with a full backup. Joining us today is Trevor from Radiant to share what homeowners should be listening for and watching for. So Trevor, what are some of the first signs that a drain might be having a problem?
Yeah, if they're just draining slower than normal, that's generally a sign. If you had a drain that was going really smooth and everything was washing down, and all of a sudden it takes a couple minutes, things like that, it's your first sign that there could be an issue going on.
You're talking to me about my house. I've got drain problems right now. Okay, what should homeowners be looking for?
So, like I said, anything slow drain, so like in your shower, sinks, kitchen sink, laundry room, things like that, if it's taking a lot longer to drain down, that's typically a sign that there's something going on with the pipes.
Okay, what about smells? Could those be a warning sign?
Yes. So we got smells. If you're smelling something funky in the house, kind of like rotten egg, that's a sign something's definitely wrong. Definitely want to give us a call, get that checked out, because it could be leading to something greater on.
I was going to say, is it the sulfur smell? What are we smelling there?
Exactly. Yep. That sulfur smell is just the sewer gases collect, and it's just really pungent. And so if you go into a bathroom especially, and you're smelling it really strong, especially after around the toilet, that's generally a sign something is going on there.
Okay. Well, it's not something anybody wants to have happening in the house anyway. So
No,
good
no,
time
no.
to call
Exactly.
a professional. Why are recurring clogs another red flag? Talk to me about those.
Yeah. So, we've got a lot of shifting in the soil here. And so when you've got continued clogs like that, that generally means something's going on underneath the home there. It's not isolated to just one thing. It could be something greater going on. So you want to stay on top of that before it becomes a greater issue.
Okay. And what's the biggest thing you want homeowners to remember?
So if you notice any of these things like slow drains, gurgling in the pipes when you flush the toilet, gurgling in other sinks, just those smells that we were talking about there, all of those are early indicators that there's something going on with your drain system. So give us a call. we can get out there and make sure that that small problem doesn't become that big problem.
Well, and speaking of coming out to the house, you have a special offer for KXAN viewers.
We do. It's our 63 are free promo. So $63. If we can't clear it, we don't even charge you.
That's
so we want to make
amazing.
sure you're taken care of. So we're here for you guys. And so just give us a call or go on our website at callradiant.com.
Sounds good to me. Trevor, thank you for your time.
Thanks. Great to be here.
Visit callradiant.com to schedule today, and remember, just call Radiant. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by Radiant Plumbing, Air Conditioning, and Electrical. Welcome back. School is back in session, and piles might already be forming in certain corners maybe of the house. Today we have Erin Vihanek to share some seasonal tips to get and keep families on track. Erin, good morning.
Good morning.
You're a mama of 3. How's it going so far?
Chaotic, but good. Chaotic, but good, yes.
With your professional organizing skills, are you noticing some of these same things that happen to all families?
Absolutely. This is the time of year where the cracks really start to show, and obviously we're getting back in the routine. Sometimes we're carrying old habits from last year into this new year, and maybe we want to make some changes.
Oh, good point. Okay, so first of all, a backpack drop zone. That's your
Yes.
number one suggestion.
Number one thing. So, for example, I always recommend get the backpack off the floor. Nobody wants to be tripping over backpacks when you walk in the door. So you don't have to have a big fancy mudroom. These command hooks are very simple. They hold up to 10 pounds, which should accommodate most backpacks. So just put one of those on the wall, get the backpacks up off the floor. That way they are there in the morning when the morning rush hits. Grab it and move on. Same with water bottles, lunch boxes, anything else that's coming home every day that then needs to be reused the next day.
I was going to say, what is your suggestion on things that need to be unpacked and repacked, like those water bottles?
Yeah, make it a habit. So when they walk in from school every day, have the same expectation. Backpack gets hung up, lunchbox to the kitchen, as well as the water bottle. That way everybody knows where everything is, makes it into the dishwasher, and then in the morning it has a place as well, so that everybody can find it and get out the door.
And get out the door, because
Yes.
that's the biggest challenge.
That is
in
the biggest
morning.
one.
Isn't
Yes.
it? Especially because some kids might be in different schools, you might have different start times, all of that different stuff. So trying to make it as easy as possible for parents, that's what we're
Absolutely.
about. Okay, now talk to me about paperwork,
Yes.
because this starts to get really important. You have slips that come home that need to be signed by mom or dad, or potential homework that kids need to do. Tell me about it.
Yeah, really, the way I look at it is paperwork falls into 3 different categories. It falls into action, which is anything that needs action from me or my kids. So you mentioned homework. That could be homework for the kids that's due the next day. It could be a field trip permission slip. It could be a check that you have to write, the Scholastic Book Fair catalog, something like that. Those all go into the action file. And those are things that you want to be keeping up with on a regular basis, whatever works for you. Sometimes it's once a week, sometimes it's every day, whatever works for your family. The other category is keep. So this can be artwork, generally is what it ends up being. It can also be a silly story that your kid wrote in school that you find very funny and cute and want to hold on to. So that is what the keep pile is. I find that a lot of parents struggle and have guilt about what to keep. I'm here to
Because there
tell
are a lot of projects that come home.
Yes, there are. So really try to prioritize what is important. Not everything is, which then leads me to my 3rd category, which is recycle. Everything, it's okay. You can't keep it all. So if it's not a keep or an action, it falls into the recycle.
And don't be afraid to use it.
Correct. Yes, nobody wants stacks of paper sitting around of all the little artwork and bits of paper that come home.
Do you have any suggestions, just as a mom yourself,
Yeah.
about that keep pile when it comes to artwork? Because, I mean, how do you evaluate, oh, this is my child's best work, or this is the coolest thing I've ever seen them do, or
Yes.
this was just another art project?
Yes, absolutely. So when my kids were little, I really prioritized the things that had like their little hands and footprints on them, because I was not that mom that did the hands and footprint art with my kids. So I definitely kept those. And then as they get older, you'll find that less and less paperwork comes home. So if my kids do bring things home that are artwork, generally they're bigger because they're in higher grades. So when it comes to that stuff, we always just take a picture. Maybe we hang it in the room for a little bit, but then it goes.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, really good suggestion on taking a picture. That's
Yes.
going to last forever.
Exactly.
Good
and
point.
it won't end up all over the place.
All right. Okay, and then a family calendar.
Yes.
Really good opportunity to get everybody on the same page.
Absolutely. This is my favorite thing to do with my kids. I firmly believe that a family calendar is life-changing for everybody in the family, not just the one holding everything in their brain, which is me and my
Which is
house.
you.
Yes. So we have a family calendar in our house. It lives in the mudroom, which is where we go in and out every single day. And it is color-coded. I know that sounds a little extra, but even when my kids were little and they couldn't quite read, if they saw something that was pink, then my daughter knew it was her activity for that day.
Okay.
So everybody gets a different color. We update it. Don't put everything on it. You want to keep it simple like it is here. When they're little, you don't even have to put the time the activity is. But now when things start to stack up, the time is helpful. You can see the order. But family calendar, update it once a week, once a month, whatever works for your family. It is a life changer.
I've just been given this suggestion that if they're too young to read as well, you can maybe do an icon.
Absolutely.
Instead,
Yes.
yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yes. Like put a little basketball on there instead of writing basketball so they can fully understand. Yes, that's a great idea.
Okay, and let's talk about your overall takeaway from today.
Yeah. So back to school comes with a lot of chaos, like we mentioned at the beginning. So pay attention to where the friction is happening. Pick one thing that's really driving you nuts. Is it the backpacks on the floor? Is it the paperwork on the kitchen counter? Or is it everybody saying, Mom, when's the birthday party? Or Mom, when do I have soccer? And kind of gauge where you should start and go from there.
I like that. Okay, and let's talk about the services you offer.
Yeah, so we offer a range of services. We are a team of moms that love to help other busy families and professionals feel more comfortable and relaxed and ready to go in their home. So we offer anything from just decluttering sessions all the way up to full home organization. We can help busy households that are actually moving or moving into a home. And we can organize your kitchen, pantry, anything that you need help.
And we're right at the end of moving season, so it
Yeah.
might be folks still have boxes in the house.
Yes.
This is a good time to call you, right?
Yes, don't live with boxes in your house for years. Let
Yeah.
us come in and get all those unpacked for you.
I like that.
Absolutely.
Okay, Erin, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
All right, for more information and to book her services, visit liveorganizedbyerin.com. The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by Scheels. Hey guys, Scheels is having its grand opening party on Saturday, August 29th, and you're invited. Nola DeMars, assistant store leader, is here to tell us a little bit more about what to expect. And you guys have been working so hard to get this store open. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you so much. We're super excited to be joining the community.
Okay, you've got this grand opening party happening that's going to be going on Saturday, August 29th.
Yes.
Talk to me about why people would want to come out to it.
Yeah, we are so excited. We have our parking lot party that's going to start at 7 a.m. We're going to have doors open at 9:30. Throughout the duration of the morning, we're going to have tons of different things that our customers can do. We're going to have a mechanical bull. We have our vendor partners that are going to be set up in the parking lot. We've got a DJ booth and a band, food trucks, coffee, and lots of other fun surprises.
And this is all family friendly, is that right?
100%.
Okay,
yes.
sounds good to me. Let's talk about who will be there.
A lot of our different vendor partners that are going to be here set up with some local favorites, including Yeti, Burlebo, Tecovas, BPN, and Howler Brothers.
I love all those brands, so that's some good news.
Yes.
All right, and it's going to be hot out there in the parking lot, so you guys have thought of ways to cool us down. Tell me about that.
100%, absolutely. We're going to have lots of different misting and cooling fans that are going to be placed throughout the parking lot, as well as a ton of different water stations for our guest convenience.
Sounds good to me, and I know that parking lot spots are technically open here, but you expect them to go quick, so where can we park?
Yes, they will fill up very, very quickly in front of our store. We have overflow parking over at the HEB Center, just east of the store. We're going to have 2 buses that are going to be shuttling our customers back and forth all day long, Saturday and Sunday, from open to close, from the HEB Center to the front of the store for their convenience.
And if someone is watching right now and they don't really know what Scheels is, maybe they've seen a commercial or or two, but they've never been inside the store. Talk to me about what it is you offer.
Absolutely. So we are a sporting goods retail destination. We're more than just a store. We offer tons of different product from apparel, footwear, sporting goods, outdoor gear, and specialty services. We also offer world-class customer service and lots of different attractions in our store as well. We have our 60-foot Ferris wheel right behind us.
Pretty impressive.
Yes, we have a 16,000-gallon saltwater aquarium that our customers are able to walk underneath as soon as they enter the front doors, and many other different fun attractions.
And what would you say to someone who comes to Scheels for the first time? What do you walk away feeling like?
We just want it to be an unforgettable shopping experience overall. We use the term customer experience a lot more than we say customer service. Again, just to create that world-class feel, leave them walking away with a great feeling.
I tell you what, there is a lot of fun to be had in this store. We appreciate your time, Nola. Thank you.
Thank you.
And you guys can visit in person in Cedar Park. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by Scheels. Welcome back, everyone. His mission is to help people become the best version of themselves, and he's giving you the guide on how to do it in his brand new book called You Are Capable of More. Joining us now is author Chris Sund. Chris, good morning.
Morning.
What was the inspiration behind this book, Chris?
Well, I've come across a lot of people that have a lot of potential, but maybe they don't see it in themselves. I'll give an example. I had a girl that was working for me, and she's telling me a story. She'd never been to her favorite college football team to play on Saturday, and I asked why, and she said, well, I work a second job to make extra money, and I've been doing that my whole life. And I said, well, why don't you go for our sales role that just opened up? And she was in our credentialing department, and she's like, no, I wouldn't be good at it. I said, I would argue that. I have seen you work for years, and you're extremely talented. I think you'd be really great at that. And she just kept, going, I don't think so. I don't know if it would work. And, luckily I didn't take no for an answer and ensured her, you're going to get support. We're going to help you. If worst case you don't like it or it doesn't work, then we can look at putting you back where you're at today. Not only did she take the role, but she ended up being one of our top employees. She received awards for it. But there's a lot of people like that inside of them, they have it, they just don't recognize it.
We really want to bring that out in everybody. Step up if you can. What was the thorough survey you did with working adults? Tell me about that and what you found out.
So I did some research for the book, and I surveyed over 200 people. Half of those were in leadership positions and half were individual contributors, and we wanted to be able to compare those results a little bit. Regardless of where they worked or their role, over 92% of the people filling out the survey said they were capable or more than what they were doing in their current life.
Wow, 92%? That's
Yes.
almost everybody.
Yes.
Wow. And so what was your takeaway from that?
One of the things I took the most was the follow-up was a lot of questions on what is holding you back or what would more look like. And so out of that, we found out some of the biggest barriers. The number one was self-doubt, coupled with fear of failure. The other ones were they're too busy, schedules, not being able to find the time to work on becoming more. And then the last one was just being comfortable with where they're at, not wanting to get out of that comfort zone.
That is a really tricky one because you can do your job, but if you step up, there's that fear of failure, the fear of going wrong. So I can see that would be tough. What are some action steps someone can do who's maybe facing some of these barriers? How can they overcome them?
Great question. There's a lot of different steps I think you take. I'll look at self-doubt. That's one of the biggest ones. And everybody has this inner voice inside of them that, maybe telling them this might not work or what if you try that? And I like to think of it as a golf ball sitting in a red Solo cup. And sometimes you just can't get past that voice. What you should do is surround yourself with people or open your perspective a little bit more. And what happens is the inner voice is still there, but the red Solo cup almost turns into a bucket. And so the more you start talking to other people and realizing, like, hey, I can do this. I can get past this voice. One of the things I recommend, let's say someone wanted to work out for the first time. Start by just driving to the parking lot of the gym And then if you still aren't ready, then like try next time, can you get to the door? Can you go inside, right? And when you start telling other people like this is something I want to do, and then getting an accountability partner, and then finding a way to actually take action.
Yeah, baby steps along the way. I've also found that the more positivity I put out, the more positivity I hear reverberated back in my own head.
Oh, absolutely. That goes very far.
Yeah. Tell me, did you hear from these leaders that you surveyed that they had self-doubt? This would make me feel better.
Absolutely. In fact, the leaders surveyed, you go, are they their own harder critics? But the leaders said they were significantly capable, more higher than the regular individual contributors. So their scores were even higher in areas of thinking they could do more, but also higher in areas of barriers as well.
Okay.
And so it's hard to know, like, are they just being tough critics, or are they going, no, I'm just not living up to where I can be?
Interesting. Okay. What do you hope people will gain from reading your book?
The biggest thing is, I share a lot of personal stories and things I've learned along the way. But what I want is 92% of people go, I do want to get better, but how do I get there? And so the idea is just some nice advice that they can read that hopefully inspires them to take those little baby steps.
And this can be in all areas of your life, right? Not just for working out or just for, your job, that sort of thing.
Absolutely. This is across all aspects. It's not just important to be great at work or inside those four walls. It's important what you do outside. So two of those is a lot about what you're spending your time on. And that doesn't just mean making yourself better. That could be just spending it with the people that matter the most. And what are you doing to serve others?
That's a really good point. And that's a place where I think a lot of people do feel internally that they could step up, and that they're just not doing it at this time. Busy schedules, I know, it can be really difficult, but these are some really good reminders that we might find in this book. You've got free resources for people to check out on your website. What will they find there?
So I didn't want to make it so people had to necessarily buy the book. What if maybe the barriers, they can't afford the book?
Fair.
And I just wanted to make sure we help people. So it starts off, I recommend people take a couple minutes and take the assessment. And the assessment's going to kind of figure out what is holding you back and what would more look like. And then based on how you fill out that assessment, it's going to recommend either articles and a bunch of free resources we have that can help them. So you can get on there and start getting help today.
Sounds good to me. Chris, we'll leave it there. Thank you so much, and congratulations on your book.
Oh, thank you, Rosie.
All right. For more information and to get your very own copy of the book, or to just learn more about those free resources, go to youarecapableofmore.com. Back to school season is here, and we could all use a little help making the transition smoother, since things like cleaning and self-care can feel overwhelming when our daily to-do lists are getting longer. Ashley Howard and Alyssa Bergamini are standing by with 4 products that make cleaning, travel, and self-care easier at the best prices in this week's Epic Discounts from consumer resource bestreviews.com.
Welcome to Epic Discounts by bestreviews.com. I'm Alyssa Bergamini.
And I'm Ashley Howard. We are here to help you save big. So I need you to scan that QR code on your screen before we get started, because we got some good stuff coming up. Okay, now this back to school season, more parents are tucking away Apple AirTags into backpacks, lunch boxes, and shoe insoles. And I support this 1,000,000%, because with schools cracking down on cell phones, parents are doing what they can to keep track and monitor their children. These pair easily to an iPhone, iPad, and now Apple Watch.
And if you're traveling soon, drop one of these in your checked luggage to give you some peace of mind. I always do this, especially when flights are delayed or you have a tight layover. Next up, nothing slows down a student like a slow laptop. High schoolers and college students rack up years worth of projects, papers, and presentations. A portable hard drive is a great way to back up those important files.
Yes, and if you create lots of videos or digital art, avoid taking up space on your personal laptop and easily store them on this drive instead. More storage, more speed, one less thing to worry about. Next up, let's talk about this Dyson Airwrap ID multi-styler and dryer. It includes 6 attachments, a conical barrel, tapered barrel, dryer and flyaway attachment, large round volumizing brush, soft smoothing brush, and fast dryer attachment. And the best part, it stores in this beautiful case.
Ashley, I have this at home. I simply love it.
I love it too, just looking at it.
And it won't take up space in your dorm room. And it's easy to fit 1 or 2 attachments in your luggage as well. And last but not least, we have the Best Way Sleep Support Air Mattress. Believe it or not, the holidays are closer than you think. And that means family coming into town, or maybe your college kids' friends crashing for the weekend. Don't wait until the last minute to get your home ready.
It has a built-in air pump and inflates in 3 minutes. When you're done, just deflate, fold, and store away. All right, let's take one last look at today's products, helping you save money.
Head to epicdiscounts.com or just scan that QR code to scan, shop, and save with Epic Discounts by Best Reviews.
Best Reviews is owned by our parent company, Nexstar. You can find more on the products mentioned and where to buy them by going to our website, kxan.com, and clicking on the Marketplace tab. Y'all, we are coming up on a celebration. The Oita Japan 2026 Summer Festival is happening on August 30th. Julianne Crute from the Sister City Committee is here with band member James Tabata of Maruharu, and he's brought everybody with him today, which we're really excited about. Y'all, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Good to have you. Julianne, first of all, tell us about Oita. I'm trying my best to pronounce that the closest way I can. Our sister city.
Yeah, so if you know Japan, you know it's made up of a whole bunch of islands, and the 3rd largest island is called Kyushu, and Oita is on the coast of Kyushu. It's at a beautiful place overlooking the bay, but nestled amongst mountains, so you get the best of both.
Wow,
and it's also the hot springs capital, so there's, in the prefecture, there's over 500 hot springs.
Oh, it sounds lovely to be at. I'm glad that we got them as our sister city.
Yeah.
And why are sister cities picked?
Sister cities are picked from a variety of reasons, but at the time, so it's been 36 years since we have had this relationship.
Wow.
And at the time, both cities were about the same size, so about then we were, you know, between 50 and 100,000 each, and in the 36 years, we've all grown to over 500,000, so we've been growing together for several decades.
Wow, and so you can kind of exchange notes back and forth. How are things going for you?
Absolutely.
How do we preserve the culture of the city?
We have business exchanges all the time, so they want to learn from us about how to get more tech industry, and we want to learn from them about preserving traditional culture and just how to blend all of our best aspects together.
That's super cool. Okay, the Summer Festival is coming up. What can we expect at that?
The Summer Festival is a celebration of all things Japan. So it's not just Oita, even though obviously Oita is the closest to our hearts, but we want to celebrate everything we can cram into one festival. So we have food, we have craft, we have entertainment, we have children's activities, we have martial arts performances, we have talks. So anything you can think of, if we had room for it, we've shoved it in.
I know that there are dancers that are going to be on tap. Talk to me about some of the other entertainment we can expect.
So not only do we have a full lineup of martial artists, so we have karate, kendo, judo, iatsu, we have sumo, which is really unusual. We have a big sumo tournament coming up in Austin.
That's fun.
We have a lot of Japanese sports going on, but also we have dance, we have traditional dance, we also have idol and J-pop dances, we have J-pop performers, we have kimono dance performances, and we have musicians who are playing original works as well as covers. So we have Sho Humphreys, has been with us before. He's one of our main. And then of course our headliner is Maruharu, who's with us in the studio today.
So exciting to have Maruharu, yes. Okay, so James, introduce us to your band. We've got a lot of band members here in the studio. Talk to us about y'all.
Yes, we are Maruharu. This is Alan. This is Neil, this is Sam, and this is Matthew here. We're an eclectic group of rock instruments and orchestral instruments. Our sound is like an indie soft punk with all the strings and piano. What you can expect to hear from us at the Oita Festival are not just originals, but a new song, as well as 4 covers that cover the realm of J-pop, of anime, and video games. So music by famous artists like Fujikaze, Utada Hikaru, music from the show Given, and some really cool covers of that. So
that's amazing.
we're really excited, and we're having a fun time preparing.
Yeah, and it's awesome to have you guys all here in the studio. Talk to me about how you got together. It was about 3 years ago now.
Yeah, so most of us know each other from school. Some of us, have been playing music for decades. Me and Alan have known each other since middle school. So
Amazing.
That's
so
20
cool.
years of music making there. Our cellist who's not here today, I was the best man at his wedding. We're all very close friends in this group, and that's why our name, Hadu Hadu, is a very unified collective of people who met in the springtime, a very warm feeling.
Oh, I love that. And what decided your sound? Do you guys, all collaborate together on creative new songs, or what do you do?
I am the songwriter, but the group has a lot of really good musicians and composers. They're a part of big things in town, like the Austin Classical Guitar Community, the Soho String Quartet, Density 512. So they teach me along the way. They'll be like, this works better on this instrument, or try this pacing instead. So while I am the songwriter, this whole group puts in their creative effort as well and helps shape it to be the best thing it can be.
That is so cool. Okay, so we're going to hear covers and we're going to hear original music from you when we're at the Summer Festival.
Yes.
Are you excited to be performing?
Very excited. I'm Japanese myself. I'm only half Japanese, so I learned later in life. So I'm going to do my best to sing everything in proper Japanese. My dad's going to be there. He speaks Japanese. He can judge me. But I'm really
sure
excited.
he's going to be proud regardless. That's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, Julian, is there anything else folks need to know about the festival? You do want them to get tickets, right?
Absolutely. So tickets are available at austinoitza.org, and they are $25 now, but at the door they'll be $30. We do have some discounts for students and some other lower price tickets that are $20, but all of those, again, for those discounts, you need to get them online. Otherwise, it's $30 at the door if we see you on Sunday.
And on Sunday, how long is the party going till?
So doors open at 11 a.m. and so a lot of our activities start then, but our performances begin at noon and go until 5. Well, 4:45, 5.
And I did hear you mention kids, so it's family friendly this festival.
Absolutely. That's one of the most important things, is to teach kids about international cultures.
I think that's so wonderful. Okay, we'll leave it here. We really appreciate your time, you guys. Thank you so much. And band members, break a leg, good luck. Thank you guys so much. Festival tickets, y'all, are $5, but cheaper in advance. You can also buy them at the door. Content segments during Studio 512 were paid for by Radiant Plumbing, Air Conditioning and Electrical, and Shields. We have a lot of fun here on Studio 512. If you missed any of our great segments, be sure to check out our website, where we like to post the fun things we do. Our feed covers content like arts and entertainment, food and drink, fashion and beauty, home and garden, stuff for kids and pets, as well as information from area experts. In addition, you can check out web-exclusive content that you can only find on Studio512TV.com. We also love to post behind-the-scenes funny moments, outfit inspirations, and more on social media. Find us by searching for Studio 512 on your favorite platform. You don't want to miss a single post. Be sure to follow us, check out our website, and watch us every weekday at 11 a.m. right here on CW Austin.